All right, so we've started our new project. And the first thing we need to do is make our event, get our event handler going with a forever loop. Event with forever. Forever. Okay, that's easy enough. Now we need to have 4 if-thens in there too. 4, just like we were going to move our keyboard around and around. You know, like up, left, right, down, all that good stuff. Okay. If then. So now, I don't mind if you, how many of you are WASD people? Okay, use that. Okay, but we're going to put this, I'm going to do up, down, left and right arrow keys because I'm a boomer. So, I'm just going to do 4 keys here. Up, down, right. Okay. Right there. And like I said, you can do A or WASD if that's what you prefer. I'm just doing it my way. You can do it your way. Does everybody understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Colin, that's not really what we're doing right now. Okay. So for motion, I know we normally will do X and Y. We're going to move step. Okay, up arrow is going to be 10 steps. Down arrow is going to be negative 10 steps. Right arrow is going to be rotate right 3 degrees. And left arrow is going to be rotate left 3 degrees. What?
Is this a card game?
I'm not making a game today. This isn't fun and game. This is serious. This is physics, man. Physics. Okay. So once you get it going, or once you are done programming that, you can see.
Mine doesn't do that.
And but now, whatever way you turn is where the cat will go.
Yeah.
Okay, it will go in that direction that it's facing. Okay. What does yours do?
Oh, no.
Mr. Phone Guy. Don't be surprised if you miss stuff. All right, everybody, is there? Don't worry, we're not done. But the cat, the key thing we need to know right now is the cat goes in the direction that you turn it to. Okay, but we're far from done. Everybody with me? Does anybody need a moment more? Okay.
No.
So now, here's what we're going to do. Everybody make sure you're paying attention. Okay. We're going to make a variable called speed. S-P-E-E-D. Speed. For this sprite only. For this sprite only, speed.
For this sprite only.
No.
And I'm going to get rid of these move 10 steps and move negative 10 steps. Okay?
Then why did we put it in?
Just so that you can see what it was doing.
That's weird.
Well,
How's that weird?
yeah, I wouldn't want you guys to see what it did before. All right. So next, we're going to take this variable up to the top of, like above the forever, and we're going to say speed set to 1. No, sorry, 0. Just keep it at 0. Okay? And at the bottom, we're going to go motion. We're still inside the forever loop. Move. Speed step. All right? Move speed steps. Set speed to 0, and I got rid of the steps up here. Why? Because we're going to be using speed steps. Okay, so first of all, move speed steps goes at the bottom of the forever, inside the forever, and set speed to 0. Anybody need another moment? Anybody have any questions? What we're doing, we've gotten rid of the steps, and we're going to be moving a number of steps that will be determined by variables. Okay? So, everybody still with me? Okay. Next, if up arrow pressed, this is where we're going to be adding a variable in here now. Change speed. We're going to change speed by 1.
Okay.
If the up arrow is pressed, change speed by 1. I also have this other idea. Please do this because you're going to find out if you haven't already. We need to get a go-to. Come on. Go to and do 0, 0. If you're like me, I've already lost my cat.
Yeah.
Get a go to 0, 0 so you can start it over again and know where your cat is. Okay? But if you press 1, now watch. Okay, right now, the up arrow, see how the cat isn't moving anywhere? Because the speed is set to 0. But as soon as you press the up arrow, it sets the speed to 1, and the cat will go 1 step forever. 1 step forever apparently equals infinite steps. Does that make sense? Everybody following me so far? Someone said no? I hear no, that doesn't make sense. Okay. So, the down arrow. What's that going to equal?
Oh, I'm good.
How are we going to make it go backward?
Can I answer that?
Sure, you can try.
I'm guessing we have to change speed by -1.
Close. Yeah, you're exactly right. Change speed by -1. Thank you, Chad.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Change, so,
Change speed by
all right. Change speed by -1. So now, so this is down arrow,
Oh, that is actually
and if you can go forward, backward, but the problem is it goes forever. So that's why we have that go to 0, 0. When it gets lost, click the flag and it will come back.
we keep the big next step. No.
No, that should have been gone 2 steps ago. No pun intended. No, we didn't want 10 steps a long time ago. Okay. So now our cat moves forward, our cat moves backwards. The problem is it moves forever. Look at that. It's so slow. I don't want it to move off the screen. What? Okay. So we want our cat to do less than this, yes?
I know this is making going.
Okay, I got it under control. Thank you. What would you do? What would you do?
To stop it making go from infinite, I would do if speed is greater than 6, set speed to 6 so it goes over your movement speed. I also set speed to
Let's do repeat until not done.
star speed 0.9.
Okay, so what I don't want to do is confuse people. I am going to show them a different way.
Let's do repeat until
Okay, so before we make it stop, we're going to make it go faster.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we're going to make a variable called acceleration. A-C-C-E-L-E-R-A-T-I-O-N. And for this sprite only. If you want to just call it Excel, that's fine. Or if you want to call it Axel, that's fine. Or Amy, whatever it is. Except this is acceleration.
Let me name it after my mom.
Okay. Probably get confusing later, but if you name it Amy, that is. So we're going to set acceleration to 1. Set. Come on. Set acceleration to 1. Now remember, this is going to be 1. But it will change. We'll change it later. Okay. And instead of change speed by 1, we're going to change it by acceleration. I just took acceleration from up here and moved it to the speed. So look at this. This is what I changed right here. Change speed by acceleration. Right here. And I set acceleration to 1.
So set acceleration.
Yes, change speed by acceleration.
Set
Which right now is 1.
1 and then change.
Okay?
And then change speed.
And what it's going to do is make it go, the longer you press the key, the up key, the faster it's going to go. Okay? Now, we're going to do this with the down arrow too, but we're going to do it a little bit differently. Go to operators and grab the multiplication operator.
Where's that one?
Change, it's the third one down. It's the little star. Change speed by -1 times acceleration. Because if you want to get anything to negative, multiply it by -1.
This is fantabulous. He's like on ice right now.
Yes, and we're going to create friction soon. This is all I've changed right in here. Up arrow and down arrow. Does anybody need another moment? I added acceleration, which is set to 1. And I have changed speed by acceleration for up arrow, and change speed for down arrow, change speed by -1 times acceleration. So now you click the flag and it looks a little bit, the longer it goes, the longer you press it, the faster it goes. And you can try, ooh, I found the stopping point.
I've already got it multiple times.
Okay,
Dude, oh my god, what are you doing?
who needs another moment?
Oh, you might want to look at Liam's screen.
If Liam isn't with us, then that's his problem.
No, he's trying to figure it out.
Cooper isn't with us. Cooper, are you with us? Why? Well, get caught up. Okay. Next is, this is where we're going to make it stop. Okay? And we stop with our brakes, right? And what do brakes do?
Stop.
They create friction.
What about
They clamp or they do with their brake thing.
what about exhaust brake?
And then the emergency.
Okay, so we're going to make a variable called friction.
Oh,
Can I just call it brakes?
If you want to, as long as it means the same thing to you, sure. Okay?
why not muzzle brake?
For the trail?
For this ride only, yes.
What about exhaust brake? Yeah. Wait, I forgot.
You slow down the bottom.
What's weird?
Mine goes like way down.
The no-
Or you might have a different number. So the higher you set your acceleration,
Yeah, mine's one.
okay. So I'm going to add set friction. I'm going to start it at 15. And you'll see why later. And you can change this later, like totally. But we're going to make friction a certain percentage of our speed. So we got to get another set speed. Did everybody get their change friction up here? Set friction to 15. Okay. I don't hear any no's. Okay. So you're going to go to operators. This is going to get complicated for just a moment. Okay. For your operators, get a multiplication. Oh, that's a plus. Sorry, plus. Everything but the plus, actually. You're going to get a multiplication, a subtraction, and a division. Okay. You got those three? Multiplication, division, subtraction. I'm going to zoom in so everybody can pay close attention to this. Okay. Now, watch please. This is a careful step that if you screw it up, it'll be messed up later. Put the division into the first bubble of the multiplication.
Okay.
You're going to be making this a percentage. And then put the subtraction into the first bubble of the division. So it looks like that.
That just looks really weird.
It will make more sense here in a minute. Okay. We're going to do 100. If you need a moment to have your friend make sure you're doing this right, look at each other's and make sure it's.
If I was a coder doing this myself, I would never come up with this.
You might. This is what happens when people play around with it. They just figure.
This was
Okay.
maybe like a year ago.
So 100 minus friction, which remember is 15. So now you have 100 minus friction, which is 85. Divided by 100. Well, 100 goes right here. So what you're doing is getting 0.85. So 100 minus friction, which we know right here is 15. So 85 divided by 100 is 0.85 times speed. Then you multiply whatever speed is. 0.85 times speed.
Where do we put
I'm waiting until everybody gets this figured out and put together. And then you're going to put it in set speed to 0. Instead of 0, it's going to be set speed to 100 minus friction divided by 100 times speed.
I can't grab it. That works. No.
So, what's this?
I want you. Go in there. No. Alright. This. Alright, go.
Okay. All right. Now you're going to put this into there.
So, yeah.
Right there. All right. Now I'm going to take this whole thing. I'm going to put it into set C2. 100 minus friction, which right now is 85, divided by 100, which is 0.85. So you're doing a fraction or a percentage of the speed, which now makes so much more sense. You got acceleration. Oh, Mr. Keller doesn't move fast enough. It slows down too fast. Then change the friction. Or if you're Nathan, change the brakes.
Mine still goes so fast.
Did you check everything to make sure it makes?
Can you help me?
Can you look at yours and make sure that?
No, it won't. Please.
So there is your acceleration, friction, and speed code. I'll look at yours, Ethan, and see what you did. Is anybody else's funky? I'm gonna close it.
Stop. I don't know.
Don't go that fast. If you wanted to go slower, fine. So one side switches here.
Yeah, I like it. It's random. That's why.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Jameson? Is that better? Feel free to play around with it. Hey, you guys do this? Why not? What's your color?
I got a complete one. It's like 0, 0, 0.
So the question is, what are some things you might do with a speeding up and slowing down cat or car or anything? Make a car game? It definitely throws a new dilemma in. Now you have to slow down in time so you don't run into stuff. All right, so I'm going to encourage you to experiment with this. Do what you will for the time being. Nathan is doing the smart thing and putting it in his backpack. So he has it for later. Good to hear he's not the only one that had the idea. That is a very, very smart thing.
Well, I don't want to have to try to remember it, and then if I do remember it, putting it back.
You don't want to have to remember it?
No, because I never will remember it.
Nathan, come on.
I won't.
I'm just kidding. I barely remember.
Well, I could probably remember except for that. Except for the last thing that I did. Also by.
Oh, yeah.
I never.
Just remember you're trying to get a friend.
I would never get that in there. Get held up with the stuff. You have to open your backpack.
You know, for how long I've been doing it, I don't know a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Sam, you ready to wait?
Some people already have it.